So yeah, keeping in touch with people, through mainly or only through technology, can be pretty exhausting, and you don't really feel that true connection with people, which I'm sure a lot of most of us can relate to. And Zoom fatigue as well, like being hours and hours on Zoom for a play reading or something like that. I found I was just like completely just zonkered by the end of it. Just having to stare at a screen for hours and hours and trying to communicate with someone just doesn't really work, But unfortunately, because of the pandemic, that was the only way we were able to connect or communicate. So there weren't any other options, right? Or the phone. But yeah, again, you want to be able to see people's faces. It's as close as you can get to touching someone, right? And to think of the work too, for audition stuff, because the entertainment industry shut down, so for a long time I didn't have anything to do, right, work-wise. But once things started to open up again, they were experimenting with self-tapes. There were tons of self-tapes going out and Zoom auditions, which was a very interesting experience. Trying to have a reader on screen and trying to connect with them through the screen was a bit odd. There was sort of the lagging of the camera and all that, and it was kind of jarring. So I was always eager to just have things open up again so that I can be in the room, to audition with people in the space, to feel them in the space. But I mean, you do what you can, right? So I tried to sort of master, working with a self-tape and, having to find a friend to be able to read for me, with a day's notice or 2 days' notice. If people don't have lives of their own, but you make do, right? And you just work with the times. And over time they started to sort of get used to the ins and outs of doing self-tapes, although I don't really enjoy them so much, but you make it work. And going back to the frustration of figuring out how to audition in this new post-pandemic world, we were all forced to buy tripods and get special ringlets and all these spotlights and everything to make sure we look all right for the camera. And basically we had to get all the things that the other side would usually have to do. Now the actor's doing both sides, in front and behind the camera. And it was just a lot to take on, and especially the cost of it too, having to buy all these things, and for your phone, your little stand for your phone and everything, and to get someone to operate it if you have to. And I don't know if the industry took that into consideration, because it's tough. It's already tough on actors, having to audition, with a day's or 2 days notice, and not only you're prepping for this, the role, now you're also trying to make sure you're getting the camera all in check and everything else that's included with that. So that was definitely a new thing to get over, to learn to deal with. So since the spring, I've been fortunate enough to be able to line up some work now that things have started to open up again. I was able to work with Obsidian Theatre for taped monodramas, which was a really neat experience. And that was it was titled 21 Black Futures, and that had to do with 21 black writers, 21 black directors, 21 black artists, all coming together to sort of perform their idea of what the future could be for blacks, and the potential and the creativity of blacks. So that was quite an honor to be a part of, and to just see all the talent, the Canadian talent that's here. I was lucky enough to be able to get a role on a sci-fi show that's on HBO Max that's coming out soon, and that was a pretty fun new experience for me. It's had a great cast of people that I was able to work with, and that's coming out in the fall. And I'm off to Montreal to work on a play that I've been working on with a group of folks, all with varying disabilities and abilities. And it's based on a parable called Jonathan Livingston Seagull, and it's a very physical play. So I'm excited to get back into shape and to perform that. So yeah, it's been good to get back into things. So, you know, overall, I'm glad that things are, you know, slowly beginning to open up again, and we're getting some semblance of, well, new normal. And I'm hopeful that, you know, we'll get back into the groove of things once we figure out this virus more, and, you know, everyone gets vaccinated, and yeah, and there's more of a road to possible.